Hello Wastelanders, this is Jewel Smith. Today I am Fiona, General of the Minutemen, still level 107. With me as always is my stud muffin Hancock. And this is going to be a tour of Abernathy Farm for my Settlement Tour series. Red Rocket was toured in my last video, so if you want to see Red Rocket in more detail, you can see the last video I made. It's on YouTube. But today we're going to head over to Abernathy Farm.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Yeah, I know. It sucks to be a provisioner, doesn't it? And my provisioners have ballistic weave postman uniforms, or at least hats if I can get them hats. Not all of them do yet, but I'm working on it. Alright, so Abernathy Farm is probably, gosh, I found it really early in the game because it's very close to Red Rocket and it's close to Sanctuary Hills. Oh, there's the map. Abernathy Farm, Red Rocket, Sanctuary. So I found this one very early in the game. And it's one of my favorite settlements. This video is probably going to be a little bit longer than other videos because I've done a lot here. And I'm going to take my time and I'm going to show you around and show you everything I've done. I don't know what it is about Abernathy that I love so much. I think it's just the idea maybe of the rooftop area, which I've turned into a bar. I don't know, I just have this thing about, you know, like being out under the stars, hanging out, dancing. It kind of reminds me of when I was younger and there would be dances in the small town where I grew up at night under the stars with hay bales and live music. I don't know, it's just cool. I like to imagine that everyone comes to Abernathy and hangs out up there on the bar. But first I'm going to walk around the outside, the perimeter. That's usually what I do first in my videos. Kind of show you. I have what I call the circle the wagons technique. I often start by enclosing the settlements.
Yeah?
Aw, they suffer damage. I'll take care of that later. I start by enclosing settlements with shack bridges. Those are easy, they're cheap, they don't use up your hotbar. And then as I add buildings, I'll take out the sections of shack, or bridges, I guess they're called shack bridges. I'll take those out and put in buildings instead, like I've done here. And I use the back of the building to be part of the wall around the settlement. Or I'll take out a shack bridge and put in one of these guard towers. And then everything faces inward so that I have, usually my settlements are entirely enclosed. It depends on the settlement. It depends on whether it's practical or not. That dead bot never despawns. But I have this wall all the way around Abernathy. Now the core of Abernathy, when you first find it, is the farmhouse built around one of these power towers. I don't know what they're called, pylons or whatever. There's the workshop and the cat. Have I picked up bottle caps? No, I haven't picked up bottle caps in a little while. I'll take those. But this is the house that Abernathy's live in. Now I revamped it just a little bit. I gave Connie her own little shop here in the corner. She's a merchant anyway, but I gave her a spot. I gave her a stove, a little kitchen area. I left this a bedroom back here. When I first got here, I felt kind of weird tearing up all their stuff. I felt like I didn't want to just come in here and go, okay, scrapping everything, goodbye. But over time, I have scrapped things and moved things. I've added to the table in the dining area. Oh, have a seat, Hancock. Take a load off. I turned this into a bathroom. I think it was originally a bedroom back here. Blake was sleeping back here, Blake Abernathy. I turned it into a bathroom with a tub. I brought her a garden gnome over from Far Harbor. There's a lot of garden gnomes there. And then, yes, we put a bar upstairs. So
Connie shops sometimes with the words, but it ain't personal. That's just her way.
I know, Blake. It's cool. I'm okay with Connie. I have a little barracks back here. I think I mentioned in my last video, all the guards in my settlements are outfitted like Minutemen. And I build little barracks for them to sleep in, because they never actually sleep in bed. They always seem to be on duty, but I have the little beds for them. Alright, so up here, I put in a bar. And a dance floor. And seating, a couple of radios. And this place gets really busy in the evening. It's a lot of fun. There's a nice view. There's Concord. Ooh. Over here, we set off fireworks. I've got my fireworks from Contraptions set up down there. Maybe we'll wait till dark after the tour and do some fireworks. I've got originally I had, gosh, what did I have? I think I had 3 guard towers up here. I had one over here too. But then as I built up the rest of the settlement, I removed one. But that's the bar area up on top. I have everything wired to one generator. I have one of the superpower generators. It's down there in the factory. Where is it? There it is. And so everything in the settlement is wired to that. I have a defense. What is the defense here? 202, I think? Oh, 203. Defense of 203 here. 20 people living here. I have a charisma of 10, effectively 14 because of the bonuses on my armor. So I can have up to 24 people here. But 20 seems to be the max. I think you'll also notice that the hot bar is full. There's not much else I can build here. So inside the settlement, of course I have 2 entrances to this settlement because I have provisioners and caravans that seem to come in from both sides. So I left both sides open. But I have guard towers at both entrances. And there's that dumb Brahmin. I used to have some stuff built right here, but that Brahmin never moves. Even if you move her feeding trough, she just stays right there and then gets into the middle of whatever you build here. So I had to leave this area open for the moo cow. And this is the Caravan Stop. When the caravaneers pass through, that's where they stop.
Yeah.
And anything you put near the caravaneer station, they'll interact with. So to make it realistic, I let them have a little campfire to cook and a water pump for water, and they've got this little kind of covered area they can sleep in. For some reason at Abernathy, I'll get like 3 caravaneers at the same time. Cricket and Lucas and Carla, they'll all converge on this place, and that's kind of funny because it gets really, really crowded. Now I built them a little toilet here in the bushes, and that was before I got Wasteland Workshop, which Wasteland Workshop includes outhouses. So I think I have an outhouse on the other side back there, but everything I build for RP. So, I guess technically, why do you need a bathroom in the game? They don't ever actually use it. It doesn't seem to contribute to their happiness. one way or the other as far as game mechanics, but come on, realistically, they'd need a toilet, and they'd need more than one if you had 20 people in a settlement. So back here, I've just got more guard towers now. I built... Yeah, Hancock likes hanging out with me. I built a factory back here, a warehouse. This is from the Contraptions DLC, I think. The add-on. Because Far Harbor added on the barns, and then Contraptions, I think, was the one that added on the warehouses. No, Contraptions also added the factories. Maybe it was a different one that added... Well, anyway, I have all the DLC, so... I built a food processor here. I figured since this was a big farm and they had lots of potatoes and corn and wheat and razor grain it's called in the game and all that, so I gave them a food factory. There's the generator. And just living quarters up above. And if everybody wants to hang out and play poker in the evening. Not that they do in the game, but, you know. Remember, it's all about RP. They have their little... Some of the folks can sleep up there. But yeah. Now, Contraptions, there's all these different conveyor belts and separators and processors and doodads and I don't even know what all. And I kind of looked at all of it, but then I thought, well, let's be realistic. For one, I don't want to fill up my hot bar. Oop, sorry about that. You know, I'm almost full there. If I start building a bunch of factories and bigger buildings and whatnot, it's not going to fit. I'm on the PS4, so I'm not using mods, or I can't say I don't use cheats. There is one cheat that I do use once in a while, sometimes unintentionally. I did it unintentionally till I figured it out. I figured out that it was happening. But one thing you can do is drop a weapon. I don't know if I have any. Well, I'm not going to drop my good weapon, but just assuming I had a pipe pistol or something, if I dropped it and then I went into workshop mode and I scrapped it from workshop mode, and say there was a pipe pistol laying right there and I hit the square button and I scrapped it, it would bring my hot bar back down. It would count as if I was scrapping one of the buildings or something. So that's one way you can reduce your hot bar in order to squeeze in more goodies, more buildings, and more furniture and whatnot. But if you do it too much on the PS4, you'll start getting really bad lag and glitching and crashing. At least I have. I've got a couple of settlements, like I think Bunker Hill and the Castle, where I did a lot of scrapping in order to squeeze in a lot of stuff. And those settlements are really bad when I go there. They lag a lot and take forever to load and that sort of thing. So I try not to do it at all the settlements. I mean, I want to be realistic, and that's my thing, is there's some stuff I just feel like they would want to have here, and I'm not going to, I don't know. I feel like I cheat a little bit, I fudge a little bit in order to fit in the things that I think my settlers would actually use if this was real life, or actually build if it was real life. So I don't know. I mean, it's cheating, but I feel like it's okay. It's acceptable cheating for RP reasons. But I don't use like major mods or anything so that I can build ginormous, huge, incredibly crazy stuff in my settlements. So yeah, I've got a let's turn it on. You gonna turn it on? Oh, it's making something. What's it making? I don't know what it's set on. What's it gonna make? Oh, Fancy Lad Snacky Cakes. Oh, excuse me, John, I'm gonna turn it off. It made a Fancy Lad Snacky Cake. Some of the items that it makes, it will... Why is it taking so long? It's not letting me control this from this terminal. Oh, I think because I hooked up the other terminal to control the fireworks up there on top of the bar. And now this terminal doesn't want to work. And if I turn this terminal, if I do something with it, oh geez. Anyway, okay, I'll fiddle with that later, no big deal. But some of the items that you make, they'll come out with clean labels. They'll be like brand new looking, but some of the items still come out looking dirty, like you found them in the wasteland. I don't know why that happens. So here's a weapons shop, weapons and armor. These are some of the last things I built in the settlement. I felt like, I don't know, I wish the settlers had more jobs than just farming or running shops. I mean, I guess there's the scavengers too, and the guards. But, you know, when I have these big settlements with 20 people and I have to give all of them something to do, so I end up building all of the shops, even though, you know, I don't know if 20 people would actually sustain a whole bunch of shops in every settlement. Like, I don't build all the shops in every single settlement, but I often end up building the shops just so they'll all have something to do besides farming. Not right now, dear. I'm good. How are you? I think he's one of my scavengers. I have 2 scavenging stations here. I don't think it really does me any good as far as actual scavenging, because I read somewhere that once you've scavenged up to a certain amount of goodies, they don't do anymore. But it gives them something to do, and it also gives me 2 people who roam the settlement and patrol it. See, there's another scavenger. He's kind of wandering around patrolling with his weapon out, keeping an eye on things, and I like that. Around over here is where I built a medic, little chems and clinic station. That was one of the first things I built here. I think that's important to people, having a doctor on site or first aid or whatever. I have a clothing store back here. Hey there. She's got her little hats out for sale. Now, this thing, this is what I call Abernathy Castle. And it's something I was experimenting with way back before Wasteland Workshop came out. And now they have concrete and curved walls and all that, and you can build an actual, you know, concrete castle with turrets and whatnot, which I'm in the middle of building out on Spectacle Island right now. But this was back before they had Wasteland Workshop, so I was fiddling around with the corner pieces and seeing if I could make towers. This used to be out in the front yard where the warehouse is now. But then they came out with, you know, the warehouse stuff, the factory stuff, so I wanted to build a factory out there. So I moved the castle back here and put the factory out there. Now, when I moved the castle, I didn't move it piece by piece. I don't know if you know this trick, but on PS4, if I removed that cage there so it wasn't touching, and if I removed this so it wasn't touching, if the castle was just standing by itself with nothing else touching it, and I went into workshop mode and I held down as the select button, normally would just select that wall, right? But if you push the select button and you hold it down, it selects everything that's touching, and you can move it all as one piece. Of course, you know, if I wanted to move the castle now, like I said, I'd have to move this away from it so that it wouldn't take the rest of that wall with it. I don't want to build that. Here. Oh, it's still taking that wall with it. Well, I'd have to move that wall. How about that? Will it still take it now? Nope. See, now it would move without everything else on this side. Anyway, that's one way you can move a big old structure without actually having to do it piece by piece and taking forever, because it would take forever. Here we go. Put that wall back up. But this is Abernathy Castle. And it's funny because just as soon as I built it, Connie moved right in. I didn't even have to tell her. She was like, yep, I'm taking this bed right back here in the corner. It's mine. And she loved it. I don't know where Blake sleeps now. Well, he's one of my guards, so he doesn't actually ever sleep because he's on guard duty. Let's see, I've got these little rooms that are in the corners of the castle. And this corner is another bathroom. Because, you know, bathrooms are important. And we have a view back here. We have 2 more bedrooms up here. Couldn't quite get that wall to go all the way up. But that's okay. And then up here we've got some guards.
Yeah.
So they're settlers. They're not actually Minutemen, but I give them ballistic weave Minutemen uniforms, and I try to give all of my Minutemen the militia hats and combat armor. Of course, this guy doesn't have... He's got a metal arm for some reason, but... Anyway, so they're up here. This still has the windmill on it. I didn't connect it to the rest of the power in the settlement, because I kind of liked the way the windmill looked on top of the castle. So I left it there. The windmill looks cool. And then these little houses are just little spots where some of the settlers live. I think Lucy moved in here when I built this place. It's all women living in here. Toilet. And Lucy moved in, so I guess she felt like she needed her independence from Mommy and Daddy, and she was old enough to move out on her own by moving into a little house away from them. And this is just another little house without much in it. But, you know, for people to sleep. Yes, dear. Alright, so I think that's Abernathy Farm. Unless we want to see, let's look at some fireworks. Let's see the bar at night and look at some fireworks, and then we'll call it a day. I'll come up here and I will sit down and I will wait. It's only 2. Okay, how long do we have to wait for everybody to come up here and have it be dark? About 10 something. It seems like everyone gets off of work at dinner time and then goes to the bar and hangs out until midnight. What a life. I like having bars in all of my settlements. It seems to make everyone happy.
Huh?
They like to hang out. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Are we hanging out? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, everybody's up here.
Handouts, if that's what you're looking for.
Hanging out. I know, Connie. I don't want a handout, you know. I work for a living. Alright. Hey, you guys want to see some fireworks? Let's see some fireworks. I don't know why that thing is sparking right there. That's a glitch. I was attaching these wires up and it did that and it never goes away. Well, let's turn on the fireworks. Oh, there they go. Cool. So we can hang out, listen to music, dance under the stars, drink, party, and set off fireworks at Abernathy Farm. All right. So next time, I think I am either going to go to Starlight Drive-In. That's probably the next one I've unlocked in the game. It might be Ten Pines. I might go to Ten Pines and then Starlight. Because I remember Preston sending me to Ten Pines very early in the game. And so I unlocked that one.
Yes?
I might go to Ten Pines. Yeah, it's cool, dude. Might go to Ten Pines and then Starlight. Because Starlight's another big settlement for me. I think I've got 18 people there right now. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff built there. So maybe we'll hit 10 Pines because it's a little bit smaller. It'll be a little bit shorter video. And then we'll head out to Starlight. Alright, so I hope you had fun. Thanks for watching, hanging out with me. I don't really have a set live stream schedule. I do these videos and then I put them on YouTube for people to watch whenever. But if you like them, you know, I guess I'm supposed to say like and subscribe.
Sorry, we're not hiring. Try down at Warwick Homestead.
I don't need a job, Connie. I'm good. I'm General the Minuteman. If you have any questions, comments, requests, you want to know how I did something, you want to see me do something in the game, leave a comment. You can also contact me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. Just go to my About Me page on YouTube and you'll find links to all those things. So, thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.